Have you ever wondered, why do chemical reactions occur? During a chemical reaction, atoms of different elements can combine to form molecules. But why does this happen? In this video, we will learn, why do atoms react with each other? What is the noble gas configuration? What is the importance of the noble gas configuration? And what are the octet and duplet rules? It is a fundamental law of the universe that all matter has a tendency to achieve its most stable state, and systems with lower energies are more stable. Therefore, matter wants to lose energy and move towards a more stable state. Similarly, atoms with lower energy will be more stable and less reactive compared to atoms with higher energy. Electrons and their locations play a role in the energy that an atom has. When the valence shell of an atom is full, it has lower energy, therefore it is more stable and is less reactive. When the valence shell is only partially filled with electrons, the atom has higher energy, therefore it is less stable and is more likely to take part in reactions. Neon is an example of a noble gas. All noble gases have completely filled valence shells. Because of this, noble gases are stable and unreactive. Any atom that has a completely filled valence shell is said to have the noble gas configuration. Valence shells can accommodate different number of electrons depending on the atom. In hydrogen, there is only one shell with a single electron. The first shell of an atom can only have a maximum of 2 electrons. Therefore, hydrogen will try to complete its shell by obtaining another electron. The tendency of atoms to acquire 2 electron configuration in their valence shells when bonding is known as the duplet rule. Helium is a noble gas that has a filled duplet. More commonly, atoms can have a maximum of 8 electrons in their valence shells. An atom of fluorine has 7 valence electrons. Therefore, it tries to obtain another electron to complete its valence shell. The tendency of atoms to acquire 8 electron configuration in their valence shells when bonding is known as the octet rule. Neon is an example of an atom with a complete octet. The reason that atoms react and form bonds is so that they can fill their valence shells and achieve the noble gas configuration, which makes them more stable. Atoms can do this by either losing, gaining, or sharing electrons. Let's use a methane molecule as an example. The carbon atom has 4 electrons in its valence shell and needs 4 more to complete its octet. On the other hand, each hydrogen atom requires 1 more electron to complete its duplet. 1 carbon and 4 hydrogens react to form methane, in which both carbon and hydrogen have shared their electrons to achieve the noble gas configuration. In this video, we have learned that atoms with lower energy are more stable and less reactive than atoms with higher energy. The reactivity of atoms is determined by the number of electrons in their outermost shells. Noble gases have completely filled valence shells, which makes them stable and inert. Atoms with filled shells are said to have the noble gas configuration. The tendency of atoms to complete their duplets is known as the duplet rule. Hydrogen, helium, and lithium are some elements that follow the duplet rule. The tendency of atoms to complete their octets is known as the octet rule. Atoms react to achieve the noble gas configuration and become stable. Atoms can achieve the noble gas configuration by losing, gaining, or sharing electrons.